So we got a few things going on here at the shop, and let me bring you up to speed on it. Wait, before we go any further, the guys from BC Super Shifter sent us some hats, some stickers. Thank you. Stick shift guys to the end. Awesome stuff. Slag hammer. We've been working on slag hammer. Al is mostly working on slag hammer. He's actually kind of taken over on this thing. Al, we're over here. Al, over here.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. He's more or less taken over on this thing, and I'm just following his lead. He's doing him and Ethan are doing the body and all that. I'm doing the motor and drivetrain, but, you know, show them what we've got here, Al. Show them your masterpiece of, I think, the world's first tilt nose Mopar.
Right. Basically, we just got finished putting hinges on it, doing some bracing on it. Got it functioning up and down now.
Well, it's got hinges on it.
And now it's got bling.
Yeah. So guys, I got to show you this, okay? Here, let's put this down. Okay. So, I saw this morning when I came in, okay? Look at this. This is now my favorite part, not only of this car, but I think of everything that I own. I know, you guys think I'm crazy, okay? There is nothing on earth that screams badass, rude, crude, 1960s gasser type, you know, hot rod than dangling chains. And we've got them now. Masterful, Al. Just absolutely masterful.
I think we have to rename the car Mr. T.
Mr. T. For the bling, right?
We got the bling on it now.
No, I'm serious as a train wreck. You have no idea how much I love stuff like that. So, you've got hinges on it, we just need to make them removable, is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you can see it's all coming along nice. He's got the core support boxed in with the square tubing. It's a solid thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Nothing flimsy here. It weighs a bit, but that's okay.
But one person can still do it.
Yes. Yeah, one person can tilt this thing forward and back. So, Al, I mean, I salute you, my brother. This is just spectacular.
Hey, it's a labor of love, brother.
Let me tell you something. I'm being completely honest with you. If this was left to my own devices, I would stare at this for 3 months before I touched it.
Well, it's not too bad. I stared at it for 3 days. So I mean.
No, it's beautiful. And we got pretty much the body work, the metal work part of it done. It's a little, you know, it's not really straight, but it's not really terrible either. But here you go, for future generations who may come across this car and you're wondering what's under the Bondo, well, here it is, guys. We're not hiding a thing. All right, and then we got the roll bar, so we just got to trim this up, and we'll do all of this last.
Yeah.
You know, we'll do all of this last. So let me get out of your hair so you can keep going on this.
All right, appreciate it.
And then just make me a list of what has to be welded or whatever. I'm on it, boss.
Get back to sanding and grinding.
Okay. So, 2 other things I want to show you guys. Come this way. So, last week we did this thing with the battery and the welder. And a lot of you guys were like, well, why didn't you load test it before you did the thing? And like, okay, you're right. I didn't think to load test it. But I really didn't think I had to. I knew how dead that battery was. It came in a car that I bought probably 3.5 years ago. And it was like stone cold dead then. It wouldn't take a charge, it wouldn't hold a charge. I had it in my 73 Roadrunner. It wouldn't crank the motor for more than, I don't know, like 10 seconds before it would just go flat. So I just assumed, okay, maybe at some point this thing had been left with maybe a light on or whatever, and it was just a constant draw for a year or so, and it just knocked it out. Whatever the situation, it was dead. I pulled it out of the Roadrunner, and I stuck it under a bush on the side of my house. So it was like out of sight, out of mind. And that's where I dragged it from when we did the video. But I'm telling you, load test or not, it wouldn't have lit a test light. But here she is now in our GT, and haven't done anything with it really. It's been cold. It's a good battery, but we'll see how it goes as time goes on. That is one thing, this is another. So you guys wonder, where is this pile of motorcycles coming from? What are you doing with this pile of motorcycles? Well, I'm going to tell you. The Junkyard Jet guys, us along with the Junkyard Jet guys, are starting a new channel. It's called Too Many Bikes. And the theme of this channel is, we'll be in production by the end of, let's say, this month, the end of January, early February. The theme of the channel is to find out how many bikes is too many bikes. And the idea is to go out and buy the cheapest things we can find on, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, here and there, yard sales. Just go find whatever we can, drag it home, beat it together, get it running, and have fun with it. Some will get flipped, some will get kept. But I mean, I'm thinking probably by seeing the way those guys are at it and knowing my own habits, I think we'll have 75 to 100 bikes by this time next year. We'll see how it goes. But this is like our seed stuff right now. We've got this DR400, which was like a freebie. It needs a carburetor, and the tank is all gacked up. It needs some odds and ends, but we'll get this fun and quick and cheap. I threw my Buell into the mix. Austin has an idea for a nitrous setup that he wants to do on this. So this is going to be a whole project. Plus, I El Cabaned the transmission doing a burnout on New Year's Eve. So we've got to pull this thing apart, split the cases, and figure out what's wrong inside the transmission. Garrett went and picked up this. It's a 98 TL1000. I had one of these bikes, and I had a new one in 99. One of the most, it's just a gutball go-go bike. Yeah, the stuff they build today is a bit quicker, but that's all right. These things are fun. So Garrett's got everything. It was taken apart to fix something or other and never put back together again. So we've got the motor, the case is all split, we've got the pistons and everything. All of the guts are inside that tote there. So we'll be putting this together as part of the channel. And then last night, I'm in the office, they opened the door and they dragged this thing in, which is the most crashed motorcycle I have ever seen in my life. It's a 2021 Suzuki, right? And it had about 200 miles on it when the guy who owned it hit a van at 80 miles an hour. Now, he lived. He was fine, evidently. Maybe a couple of broken limbs here or there, but, he was okay. But the thing was so much of a pain to load at the towing yard that was holding it that they just left it there. So we scored this thing as a freebie. How crashed is this bike? This is just absolutely a pile of motorcycle. But the motor cranks. The motor's in good shape. So I have no idea what will ultimately become of this bike. But yeah, there you go. It's about as crashed as you could possibly get. Oop. All right, so that's it for the update. We got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm back on my cars also, Plan Z, Bottle Rocket, and we got to start working on the EAP, which is outside. So lots of stuff to keep us busy for the rest of the winter, and that's it for right now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.